Hey there, Harper here, and I'm emotionally devastated. I am halfway through Move with Heaven now, and let me tell you, the most recent episode had me bawling. But let me get you caught up, because we're just gonna run through this series. I did try filming a reaction type video with the second episode, and it's not good. Um, One, I don't really talk when I'm watching TV unless like something really outlandish happens, and then I will scream at the TV and go, "How dare you! Don't run upstairs! The killer's up there!" You know, things like that. So I have been watching them without you. I'm sorry, but I do want to talk about them, like so much, and let's just say that this show is great. This show is good so far. 5 episodes in. Like the first episode, great, awesome. Uh, Episodes 2 and 3 were kind of the same story, and then the very end of 3 led into 4, and then 5 was its own little episode, and that's kind of how it's been leading up, and running. And I'm cool with this. I'm cool with this. Like I don't want any of the trauma cleanup stories blending in, and then there's the overarching story of um, Geru and his uncle. So let me sum up that story first. We're not entirely sure what's going on. Uncle Sengu is uh, starting to fight again, except he's not fighting when he's fighting. He's just sort of standing there and letting the other guy punch him a lot. As penance, I'm assuming. Um, at the very end of episode 5, we see the guy that put him in jail in a coma still. So that's going to be fun and interesting. Um, we also find out that his mom and probably him were abused in an abusive family. So Sengu's dad was not a good person. So there's that. So there's his arc, and he's trying to be a better person. I don't know if he's trying to be a better person or not. The show is trying to make you think that he's a better person. I'm still very wary. I am in the same house as Nemu. Nemu is the girl next door. She's the best. She is the best. And if anything happens to her, I will riot. It's like she gets hurt, I go. I'm right. It's like her and Geru are like two little cinnamon rolls, and I will protect them with my life. So yeah, that's sort of the overarching story. Now to the good bits, the trauma cleanup parts that is the reason you're watching, and you're like, oh, this is gonna be sad, and then it just gets worse. So, the first episode was the factory worker who died. It was sad. So episodes 2 and 3 dealt with an older woman who died in her house and was not found for 3 weeks. Now, not a lot of things bother me. Maggots, they do, and they were on full display. Whew, I don't. Nope. Bugs. Bugs in general, I don't like them. Just no. Just, they can live their full lives wherever they want, just not around me. That's all. That's all. Right? Fine. And they get called to clean this old lady's house. And already that's sad. They get there and they are met by the lady's son and his wife, who is a she just wants money. She knows that her mother-in-law had money of some sort. They just want the banking account. They want the um, account booklet so that they can go withdraw. And, well, there isn't any. There isn't any money in the account. And the wife gets irate. She gets a bit irate. And Garu's like, oh yeah, but no, there is money. It's here, under the floor. And it was there, mixed in with decomposed body. Trauma cleaning, man. Trauma cleaning. It's interesting. I'm very interested in this because I'm weird and morbid like that. But also, it's so sad. They're able to clean the bills and take them to the bank to exchange them out. But with every body, there's a story. That's what we're finding out here. So Guru is trying to figure out what the story is because he just has to. This is how his brain works. And you find out that this lady had a bit of dementia, and every week she would pull out, what was it, 50,000 won, which is about $45. Not entirely sure of the exchange rate right now. I like to just go 3 decimal places over. That's usually approximately right, is what I have found. So it's like $50. And she collected, what did they say, 131 of them? 100 and something. And she had been pulling the money out, and there was receipt after receipt, and there was all these now clean bills, and she had written something on the back of each and every one of them, and what was happening is that she was going to buy her son a suit because he needed a new suit, or he should have a suit for impressing his boss, and that was like this old lady's goal for a long time. And it's because he spent his first paycheck on a pair of thermal underwear for her. Like proper long johns. And it was just the saddest thing when this whole story finally came to an end and they're able to get the son to listen, basically. And he breaks down, and I break down, and I'm like, we're halfway through episode 3, I'm sobbing. I was sobbing before that. Don't get me wrong. I have where's my tally? 2 Kleenexes for episode 2 and 4 for episode 3. Episode 4 only had 1. No, episode 4 had 2. And episode 5 had about 5. Okay, so that one closes. Episode 4 then deals with a murder. And we get introduced to Namu's cop friend, who is played by Hong Suk from Pentagon. And we have a K-pop idol in here. Yay! I'm looking at him going, I know you, but I don't know you because I don't listen to Pentagon. But I'm sure you do great things, sir. There is a murder, which is sad. And the murderer is a boyfriend. And the story that he's saying is that he was afraid that she was going to hurt herself because they just had a messy breakup. And so he came over and she threatened herself. He went for it. Amongst the struggle, she got stabbed and died. Now, I watch a lot of police procedurals, as a white woman in my late 30s, as I am wont to do. And I'm looking at this scene and the splatter on the wall, and I'm like, there is no way that the splatter on that wall came from that knife wound. So they clean up this house, this apartment, and in the apartment, Gayru finds a box of user manuals, like for an air fryer, for an air conditioner, things like that. And something about this whole thing is just not adding up to him. He's like missing a piece to a puzzle, and it keeps him up at night to the point where he wakes up in the middle of the night and is like, she didn't have a pet, why does she have this? She didn't have a pet, why does she have this camera? Where was the camera? There was no camera, there was no pet, where is it? And he makes as much of a fuss as he can because it's stuck in his head that something is wrong and he needs to fix it, which is what I love most about this kid. So they end up going back to the apartment and finding a camera, which has the whole incident on tape. And the guy was lying through his teeth and straight up murdered this woman, let her die in her apartment, and then called the cops and pretended it was an accident. Like, cold-hearted. So, yeah, no. I'm mad and sad. Tears. But none of that, none of anything that I have said compares to episode 5, which I got before the characters did. Because, let me paint a scene. A young and handsome doctor gets stabbed in the throat and dies. They go to his house to clean up his house, to clean everything out, and his parents are upset. And you're going, why would parents whose son is from the looks of it, well-to-do doctor be upset, oh, he's gay? Already tears. And I'm just like, oh no, this is gonna hurt. And it did. It hurt so much to watch because you're just like, oh, these guys, they love each other, but they can't do anything about it. And like, they were gonna leave, they were gonna go to San Francisco. And then like the doctor guy's like, I can't because my parents don't want to upset them. And the cellist who is just like, but like, I'm going to the conservatory over there, everything, and you're not coming. Fine, I hate you, goodbye. You know, kind of one of those breakup in an airport type thing. It's just like, oh, but you guys love each other, just be together, no. And then the guy dies, and the cellist didn't even know about it, and that was hard to watch. And it's just like, it's so sad. It was so sad, guys. I love this show. I really do. I'm going to continue watching it. I'm going to cry some more. So I think the next video that I will do on the show will be the end. But I had to sum up halfway through. Since I'm halfway through, I at least had to try. I know I'm rambling a bit. Try to sum up the first 5 episodes and just how episode 5 broke my heart. I just wanted them to be happy, and no one's happy in this. No one's gonna be happy in this show, Harper. Why do you even consider things gonna be happy? It's about trauma cleaners. It's about death. No one's gonna be happy. I'm gonna go cry now. Bye. Bye.